Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Watch the whip.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
On the ready, 54. Mike, 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. You go on, go. You got take. 56, pull it, high. Get the edge. Go.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Play action. Haskins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Geis. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run with Thompson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. Third down here.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now it's Haskins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Here's Mostert. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Brown. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 49ers, 45-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a run with Geis. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 2, Haskins to Thompson on the screen. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kelvin Harmon, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Love. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
A 40-yard attempt.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. So good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This is Mostert. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 3. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, 49.
Let's go.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Mostert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1 in the 2018 season.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
65. Smooth. 11.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up second and 11.
Here we go. 13. 13. All day, every day. Hey, Delta. 56, Mike, 56. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
That's good for Washington Redskins.
On first down, this is Geis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From midfield now, Haskins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard
Check 31,
line.
check 22, check, Bama. 22, check, Bama, go. Sponge, now. Hatchet.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 5-4. Mike 6.
Haskins back to the air. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. D Ford coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
A 39-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 5-5.
third and long. It's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. That one goes for 30 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they give this time to the tailback. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 41.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Garoppolo gives to Breda. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. They'll run with Love. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Team 6. Team 6.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Brown with his stick skills. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Haskins will throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Haskins, he's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
11. Hey, gun. Two. I got this.
And to give this time to the tailback. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Check 56. Lock, lock, lock. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
You got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Right there, 54, right there.
Throwing now is Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Brown with time running out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give coming right is Breida. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check, check. Flag down, flag down, flag down. Watch this. Hey, gun.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go. 180. 12, fellas, here we go. Mike 55. Eat.
Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down and
blitz coming, and down he goes. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Now this is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you game, there's really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Mike's 56. Get that quarterback in, Lodge. Get that.
Now they'll run on the draw. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not do